everybody, Eric here from the MMG. Checking out another title. This one is Jurisdiction. This one is developed and published by Meteor Shock. Small indie group. This one you're going to take control of a metropolitan police department and run it your way. Recruit, train, and equip officers, then send them to the streets to fight crime and keep peace in the city of Fremont. So this is a strategy simulation management RTS game coming out March the 2nd. We're going to jump in, check out the tutorial, kind of learn the basics, and go from there. Let's hit it. Alright, welcome to Jurisdiction. This training program will introduce you to the basics of running your police department, responding to calls, and keeping order in the city of Fremont. Training will be limited to a confined area and will require approximately 30 minutes to complete. You may exit the tutorial and return to the main menu at any time by pressing Escape. Move the camera around by either holding the right mouse button and dragging, or by pressing the W, S, A, and D keys. The camera can be rotated by holding the middle mouse button. There we go. Now zoom the camera. Whoops, I went too quick. Yeah, we can zoom in with the middle mouse button as well. You can quickly jump to any of the 4 police departments in Fremont by pressing 1 through 4. Jump to the police department in the highlighted training zone by pressing 2 now. Okay, so there we go. Left click on the police department building to begin hiring and managing your police. So there's our left click. This window is where you will manage the details of each division of your police force. All 4 police departments in the city share this window, and changes made at one department will be automatically applied to the others. When you hire a unit, it will appear at whatever police department you click to access this management window. Click next to begin or to continue. The police force is divided into 3 major divisions: Traffic, Investigation, and SWAT. Special 4th Division exists for police helicopters, but it will not be available until later on. Each division has its own equipment and settings. Whichever division is currently selected in the department management window is the division you will be editing and hiring into. Click the next button. You can switch between divisions using the buttons shown within the orange box here. Traffic. Okay. For training purposes, you are currently limited to Traffic Division. That makes sense, so that's the only one we can see. Protective equipment for the units serving in this division can be assigned from the controls located within the highlighted box. I see right here. So you got head, waist, legs, and torso. All units being hired into this division will receive the equipment you specify here. Remember that each division is equipped separately, so you will need to configure each gear. Wow, this is pretty detailed. Giving gear for each division. Every piece of equipment you assign to a division will impact the public's perception of the unit. The more gear a unit carries, the more intimidating you appear to the public. The intimidation level for the selected division is measured by the meter within the highlighted portion of the window. Oh, I see it. The red divider with that meter indicates the public's tolerance for the division's intimidation level. Keeping a division intimidation level below the public's tolerance level for that division will improve your department's standing with the public. Exceeding the public's tolerance limit for a division will have a negative impact on your department's standing within the public. Select the torso button and assign a bulletproof vest. Use the sidearm button to assign a gun. Ooh. I mean, it's the... I think a 9mm is probably going to be good. It's the traffic stop division, right? Hired units with the current division will be listed here. Currently, there are no units within the traffic. I guess my intimidation's low, though. Let's see what the 45 takes it up. A little bit. Now he's got some power behind his shots. There are currently no units with traffic division. Yes, click next. Click the recruit button. We got 2 candidates, Antonio and Alan. Aim 3, aim 8, interrogation, evidence, strength. This is just a stronger candidate. I mean, he's older, but he's just a better candidate overall. Alright, your available recruits are listed in the highlighted column. Each recruit starts with varying levels of skill, which may make them better suited for some divisions. Younger recruits tend to be less experienced, but stronger, and older recruits will often have better experience, but less strength. Alright, any recruit you hire will eventually retire at the age of 60. Click next below. You can establish a preferred skill level for the units in each department using the controls in the highlighted portion of the window. Oh, that's cool. Recruits and units that do not meet these expectations can still be hired and carry out their jobs, but the deficient skills will be marked Red. Okay. Regardless of your preferences, it is important to note that the skills have profound impacts on a unit's ability to do their job. Skills are rated between 1 and 10, with the higher numbers indicating greater skill. Click next to continue. Aim determines the likelihood that a unit will hit the target they're firing at. Certain firearms may be less effective in the hands of units lacking aim skill. Strength influences the unit's ability to grapple with violent suspects as well as their ability to do physical demanding tasks. Interrogation affects the unit's ability to gather information from the witness during investigations and to resolve disputes between citizens. Evidence determines the unit's ability to notice and properly collect relevant items during investigations. For training purposes, only 2 recruits are available to you. Hire both of them using the Hire button. Oh, well, there's our question and answer. We're going to take them both. Generate a new list of applicants by clicking the Refresh button. Alright, close the department management window by clicking the Done button. Hired units will stack up outside the department they were hired at. Their position will always be indicated by a color-coded pin. Okay. It corresponds with their division. Traffic units are blue, investigators are yellow, and the SWAT units are red. Click the next button to select a unit near the police department by clicking the badge icon. So badge icon, right there. Click on the ground anywhere nearby to move the selected unit. Units will automatically stop and interact with almost any suspect or crime they encounter. Units will ignore all suspects and crimes they encounter if you move them by double-clicking the ground where you want them to go. I feel like that's going to be very important later on, but units who are responding to a crime will ignore any unrelated suspects or crimes that they encounter along the way. So deselect them by right-clicking. Okay. This building is the police academy. You can send units here to improve specific skills, which will make them better at their jobs. Units in training will be unavailable to take calls unless you interrupt their training courses. Successfully completing a training course will increase the unit's specific skill by a single point. A skill obtained is considered mastery, and the unit will not be able to increase that skill further. Select one of the units from the police academy and then select a training option. Enroll units. I think I need to select the unit. There they are.
Got a call?
This that's my good guy, Alan.
Got a call?
Antonia, you're gonna come to the police academy, I believe. Is this the police academy? Lost it. I think it's this right here.
On my way there. Quick as I can. Show me en route. Go ahead.
Maybe it's not the police academy. Where the hell's the police academy at? Right there. Let me... I'm doing something wrong. Select one unit. Oh, I wonder if it means... one unit. Then click the police academy and then select a training. There we go. I don't think I should have had it open before I clicked on the unit. So, there we go. Okay. So shooting evident gem. That must be for strength. Let's get his shooting up. Shooting was pretty low, I remember. If you want to see who is currently in training or need to interrupt the training to return to a unit to duty, you can click on the police academy when you have no unit selected to see the list of current trainees. Let's try it out. There we go. Loading up pretty fast. Dispatch has just announced a robbery. Crimes can be relevant either by citizens calling reports into the police or by police units moving within range of these crimes and discovering them. When a crime is reported, its location will be pinned to the map and an icon representing the crime will appear in the police scanner along the bottom of the screen. Okay, so there's the crime, I think. Click the robbery icon in the police scanner, so it's right down here. That warps you there. Click on the robbery icon pin. The crime header provides data about the status of the crime and the amount of time that has elapsed since the call was made. Many crimes require a response within a few minutes of being reported in order to avoid being counted as late. The receding blue meter below the map icon, I think it's below the, okay, yeah, I see it. Before the late penalty is applied. Okay. Timeline provides information about everything that has occurred during the crime so far. The suspects panel will display whatever information is currently known about the suspect and their status. The objective panel explains what the course of action is needed from you in order to resolve this call. If you're unsure of how to handle a call, simply open the crime details and look at the section in the window below. Click the Done button to close the crime details window. Too many windows open. There you go. Objective: dispatch a unit to arrest this robber. It wants me to click Done, though, so we're going to go ahead and do it. Most crimes will blink softly while waiting for units to dispatch to them. These crimes will stop blinking once a unit has instructed to respond to the scene. Select a police unit and then click the robbery icon on the map. Okay. Let's boom out here. My police unit.
Headed there now.
Beatdown action is about to happen. Running background checks. No. Arrest this person. Units will always handle suspects automatically. Talking to the suspect. Okay. Need the suspect.
One in custody.
Arresting the suspect. Yes. I think that means we succeeded. The suspect was taken into custody without incident. Crimes and arrest have a variety of effects on your department rating and information. Click Next. Click the Informants button to learn more about informants. Okay. Arrested suspects will sometimes provide your department with intelligence relating to other criminals in town. Intelligence points accumulate in the highlighted meter and can be spent to call informants who will reveal the location of hidden crimes around the city. Each of the 3 informants available to you require more intelligence to contact than the last. Some informants can reveal crime organizations that you would be unable to discover any other way. We got RB, Skipper, and Moth. Click the Done button. These meters indicate all overall approval of your department for its handling of the crimes, its service to the public, and its policies and tactics. Here, okay. Noise, property, traffic, and safety are the 4 major categories of crime that your department will have to deal with. Every crime that is committed will influence 1 or more of these meters. When more crimes of a specific category are active in the city, then the public can tolerate the approval meters that govern the crime category will begin to deplete. If the situation is not corrected, crimes within a deteriorating category will be committed more often. When crimes are dealt with promptly and kept under control, approval meters will climb in crimes within a category. Okay, remember that crimes aren't visible unless they've been reported by a citizen, discovered by a unit, or uncovered by an informant. If you see approval meters that are dropping but don't see crimes on the map, it might mean you need more units out on patrol. Sometimes calls will come in that aren't crimes or emergencies, but are chances to serve the community. These are weighted the same way as crimes. If lots of service calls go unanswered, this meter will deplete. When service calls are attended to properly, this meter will climb. This meter will also be affected by your response times to calls and other categories. Frequently being late to calls will cause this meter to deplete. The enforcement meter is influenced by a variety of things. Issuing too many tickets will deplete this meter over time, but also discourage minor offenses. Issuing too many warnings will drive this meter higher, but encourage minor offenses. Failing to arrest guilty suspects, arresting innocent suspects, using excessive force, and conducting unreasonable searches will drive this meter lower. The combined value of all other meters is displayed here. Balancing these meters and keeping crime under control takes time and practice. Don't be afraid to experiment by trying different strategies. Click the Policies button below to learn more about how you can influence the behaviors of your police force. Policies allow you to influence the behaviors of units within each division. These policies can be adjusted at any time and have long-term implications for your approval ratings. It's a good idea to decide early on what kind of police force you want to run and then set policies accordingly. This tutorial does not allow you to make policy changes. Click next to continue. Pursuits. Alright.
We have a report of vandalism in progress in North Gallagher.
Vandalism in progress, North Gallagher. Okay. Dispatch a unit to a vandalism call. You can increase the game speed by pressing the period and decreasing the game speed by pressing the comma. Okay, so this is my unit. I don't see... Here it is.
10-4.
His way. He should be done training now.
Standing by. Obeying all traffic law. Go ahead.
Gotta close this window. Select the unit. Select here. Into the shooting range. More training for you, young man. Alright. Game speed up and down. With this button, I believe. I don't see an actual meter showing your game speed, but you can tell by the noise. That's going normal.
Pursuing suspect.
Pursuing suspect. The suspect is escaping when suspect... Let me stop it real quick. When suspects... I lost my line. Runs, additional units are required to get them to stop. The number of units needed in a pursuit will vary by suspect. If the suspect moves out of range of the units, they will disappear from sight and chase will stop. If the suspect is revealed again, the chase can be ordered to resume. If the suspect reaches the edge of the map before they can be stopped, they will escape and their crime will either close or become an investigation, depending on what crime it is. We just trained the guy we shouldn't have. Select an available unit and click on the fleeing suspect, or the pursuing officer to order the selected units to join the pursuit. Okay, well, I mean, I'm kind of training right now. It looks like we gotta stop it. Okay, we're gonna make the game speed go here. Okay, click the unit.
Time for a donut break.
Pause it again. Oops. I gotta move. Oh, my camera's all wonky.
10:43.
There, now he's on his way. Let's resume. Get him, guys. Right turn, man. That was a terrible pursuit. There it goes. Suspect has stopped running and the chase is over. Click next to continue. Move to the patrol management button to learn about the establishing patrol routes. Units are most effective at stopping crime when they are out on patrol.
Suspect under arrest.
Alright. Patrol route is a series of nodes that are linked together to define a set path units will follow when they are assigned to that route. A route can be any length and can contain any number of nodes. Click the new route button below to create a new route. Cool. Edit button. Place at least 2 nodes on the map to perform a completed patrol route. Click done when you are finished. Alright, I think we're done. If you wish, you can give the route a new name by clicking the route's name. Click Done on the patrol menu to continue. Circles. We'll just call it circle. It's really a square, but whatever. We're circling around our zone. Alright, select an available unit to learn how to assign a patrol to the unit. Alright, well, there's my units.
Ready to serve.
Click the patrol button. Okay. Click the checkbox on the patrol route you just created to send the selected unit on patrol.
Beginning patrol.
Patrol routes can be assigned to both units and helicopters, and you can assign as many units to a route as you wish. Units will automatically stop to handle any crimes or suspect they encounter while on patrol, and will resume patrol once they're done. Units on patrol can be dispatched to crimes at any location, and will resume their patrol route once they're finished with the call. That's cool. I wonder why I wouldn't just... I mean, maybe I have an internal route. I don't know how big the range they are. A burglary has been reported since the crime was discovered after the burglar left the scene. An investigation is required to discover the identity of the suspect. Even though the evidence can conduct in investigations, it's best to organize and utilize specific divisions for these jobs. Click the police department to hire an investigator. Okay, interrogation and evidence. Ed Porter, you're the man. Oh no, not traffic unit. Hold on. Oops. Man, can I pull this guy out? Uh-oh. What do I do there? Oh, there it is. There we go. That worked. Okay, so now he's in investigation. Order. All right. Excellent. Hire 2. Oh, we need 2. All right. Well, you get the job too, buddy.
What can I do?
Uh-oh. I think since I actually hired him for the wrong division, it kind of broke the tutorial. I don't know if I'll have to wait for the recruit thing to fill up here. Investigators don't need that. Vectors. Birds. Ooh.
I love a good mystery.
Showed me where the... Oh, it did. Okay, maybe we can just send these here. Maybe it'll
Let's see what we can dig up here.
continue on the investigation.
I love a good mystery. The devil is in the details.
Devil is in the details.
Time for a donut break?
Kinda time for a donut break. Go make you my master shooter there, traffic stopper. Whoa. So we'll see what happens when they get here. It'll either advance the tutorial, or I'm gonna have to just hire a 3rd detective. No big deal either way. That's what I get for getting ahead of myself here. Let's speed it up though. I dig the amount of details in this game. Tell the developers really put a lot of work into it and kind of made it the game they wanted it to be. Studying scene entry and exit points. Well, it didn't advance the tutorial though. All right, I'm gonna slow it down here. Paused. Let's see if I can get. No, not patrol manager. How do I pull? I gotta click on the police department, don't I? No, still can't recruit it. Okay. This guy's pretty good for being the young he is. You don't need to get him as a detective. Collecting evidence. Right. Suspects at large, Albert Evans. Think they've done all that well. Needs a tutorial though. Okay, here we go. Alright. There we go. Select both investigators and send them to the burglary investigation. You can select multiple units quickly by left-clicking and dragging the selected area.
I'm listening. Let's see what we can dig up.
Units will begin investigating automatically once they are at the scene. The skills of each unit present will combine to produce more accurate results, so it's beneficial to have multiple investigators at a crime. Open the investigation notes. As the investigation is carried out, you will notice that the identity and evidence meters for each suspect will begin to increase. The identity meters indicate your investigators' current certainty that they have identified the correct suspect. The higher the certainty, the less likely you are to arrest an innocent person. The evidence meter indicates the quantity and quality of evidence your investigators have gathered. Okay. Even if they name the correct suspect, the suspect may be found innocent in court if the evidence against him is lacking. Impossible to know if you've named the correct suspect until after they've been set to trial. Arresting and trying the wrong suspect will be damaging to the public approval scores, so always check the meters before issuing a warrant. Investigation is finished, but according to the identity and evidence meters, the results are not conclusive. Click Next to continue. You may wish to have your investigators restart the investigation by continuing to add their knowledge of the case. Restarting the case will continue building on top of what is already known from the previous investigations. But each time an investigation is restarted, the cost of doing so will be deducted from your budget. Click Next to continue. Click the Restart button to have your investigators do further work. Case. Restart right here, huh? Yeah. Nope. Wait for the investigation to finish. Identity's not moving up, is it? Beat it up. Viewing witness statements on outs flying. Okay.
Investigation. Send to a crime
Alright.
scene.
The investigation has built a solid case against the suspect. Click the Request Warrant button. The warrant has been issued and is ready to be served at the suspect's home. You can locate the suspect's home by following the blue line extending from the crime scene or by clicking the Locate Home button on the burglary details below. Serving warrants is a potentially dangerous situation. Without units selected, you can left-click on the warrant icon above the suspect's home to display the details for the warrant. The suspect is known to have a gun, so it would be a good idea to position a couple of units near the suspect's home for cover. When serving warrants, you may find that the suspects aren't home when units arrive at the scene. If this happens, it is safe to leave the units parked out in front to reveal the suspect as soon as they come home. Select an available unit and then click the warrant icon above the suspect's head to serve it.
Who done it? I'm on my way.
Permanent. Let's start the game up. All three of them are gone. Pistols. It's okay. There's three of them. I think they can handle it.
Requesting 2 additional backup units.
Because the suspect is known to carry a weapon, the units you dispatch to serve the warrant is now requesting backup for the units for safety. Units who request backup will wait patiently for the backup to arrive. Though if your request goes unanswered for too long, they will simply proceed on their own. Select 2 available units and dispatch them to provide backup by clicking the waiting officer to continue.
What can I do? Be there shortly.
Wait for the suspect to be arrested.
Taking suspect into custody.
Once all suspects who were involved in the crime have been dealt with, the case will be closed and they disappear from the map automatically. Investigations can be closed manually before they have been resolved, but doing so will count against your public approval rating. An open investigation weighs against your public approval rating the longer it goes unsolved, so don't neglect investigations. You now have collected enough intelligence to contact an informant and discover a hidden crime organization. Click the informant button. The informant has exposed a small drug lab that would never have been discovered any other way. Organizations like drug labs and gang hideouts cause a significant increase in criminal activity. These organizations can only be eliminated with the police raid. A raid, if successful, will not only cause a decrease in crime, but will reward your department with any money that is seized from the building during the raid. The drug lab icon on the map to learn how to initiate a raid. Click the Begin Raid button to authorize a raid on this structure. If any units are within the range of the raid when the raid is authorized, you will be required to move them before the raid can start. Any units that enter the raid zone will be in danger of being attacked, including units whose patrol routes cross through the zones, or units who are in transit to some other destination. Okay. I'm going to back up here a second. Oh, I can't move the camera while that pop-up's there, apparently. It's kind of weird. Let's see.
Got a call?
He's on patrol.
I'm listening.
Who are there?
I'm listening.
Units there. I think we're good to begin the raid. Oh. Equipment, alright. Anything about this stuff, actually. This is the helmet and a vest. Maybe we'll leave it there. I don't know why that would hurt. We are ready. Okay, move the SWAT units inside the perimeter of the raid zone. Okay, so we need to find the SWAT units we just hired.
I'm listening.
That's SWAT units. Where are my SWAT units? Education.
Got a call? Show me time for a donut break?
Mister.
Quick 10-8 and ready to roll.
You, I need to. What's the mission here?
Have something for me?
I don't see my SWAT units. Oh, there they are. Top of them.
Headed. Worst case scenario? Moving. Somebody in trouble?
Hey.
Somebody in trouble? Standing by for orders.
Apparently you have to just click in the SWAT zone.
Standing by for orders. Understood.
Inside the perimeter of the raid zone. Oh, I guess I'm not inside the...
I'll be there.
Well, these guys down.
Go ahead. Who done it?
come. SWAT patrol on the way. Alright, during combat, bullets that miss their target will be shaded red, and bullets that contact their target will be shaded yellow. Injured suspects will be arrested, and deceased suspects will disappear from view. Injured units are sent to the hospital to recover, and deceased units will disappear from view. Click next. Okay. Sweep the raid zone by moving units along all the streets and parking lots within the zone. You should expect to encounter violent suspects who are armed and dangerous. Once all the armed suspects in the raid zone have been dealt with, the owner of the drug lab can be arrested.
Ready for somebody in trouble?
Sweep this.
Standing by for order. I'll be there. Shots fired. Suspect down. I'll be. Worst case scenario. Shots fired. Suspect down. Suspect down. Taking fire.
Suspect
Quite the
down.
battle.
Suspect down. Suspect down.
Must be the owner of the lab.
Coming through. Somebody in trouble? Worst case scenario?
Maybe I'm not done yet.
Changing. Suspect under arrest.
Drug lab captured. Money
Drug lab
secured.
has been captured, and the money which was found at the scene has been awarded to your department. Click next to continue. At the beginning of each new year, you will receive a summary of your performance from the previous year, and you will be given the opportunity to select a special reward or perk. Click the annual report button. Here. This section of the report details performance metrics relating to your department's abilities and ability to treat the public fairly. This selection of the report lists the number of units injured or killed during the previous year. This form allows you to select a special reward or perk for your department. Some of these items are permanent and can only be unlocked once, while others will expire the following year and must be renewed. Select a reward from the requisitions form and then click the done. Oh, okay, so the captain's office does what? Captain's office has no details apparently. Specialized gear unlocks spike strips for traffic division, disguises for investigators, and tear gas for the SWAT units. Makes helicopter available. Routing drive reduces the time to refresh applicants list by half. That's cool. Neighborhood watch makes citizens more likely to report property and safety crimes. Expires at the time of next annual report. Forensics outsourcing increases the effectiveness of investigations, but also increases their cost. Public service announcements reduce the duration of crime waves. So, no details on the captain's office. Alright, I think we are going to go specialized gear. It sounded good. Gives a little bit of bonus to everybody.
Changing positions.
You've completed the training program. If you would like to learn additional information about units and crimes, please refer to the Fremont Police Department Handbook, which can be accessed during the game by pressing Escape. Excellent. That was a really good tutorial and much needed. This game has a lot going on, but it's really full of character, and I am very impressed from this small indie team making a game like this with this much details and stuff in the game. I think it's going to be a blast. Can't wait to start a fresh game. Look for that video next on my channel. Don't forget to hit that follow button so you're notified whenever I post a new video, and have yourself a great day.